Core Stadium in the Queen City of Cincinnati, Ohio. Tonight, Week 15 begins with a great Thursday night matchup, as it'll be the Denver Broncos taking on the Cincinnati Bengals.
The kicker, Graham Gano, set to put his foot into this one. And we are underway from Cincinnati.
And no run back on the opening kickoff. It'll come out to the 25.
On 2.
And his first pass here is going to fall incomplete.
When you look at this Bronco defense,
They're currently 21st, Charles, in the NFL against the run.
Stopping the run, that's been an issue for them all season long. Aren't you glad that you're not coaching the defense right now?
I'm very glad. They said that they've seen it in doses, but very, very small doses.
Yeah, you've got to be consistent. It's down in and down out, being able to play it, understand what you have to get done, and finally stop some people, put them on the ground.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Up the middle they go. It's Watson. And he's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32.
And that was a really nice run there to bring up 3rd and short. After the incompletion on 1st down, it's awfully nice to have a running back that you can hand it to and put you back in a good situation.
Third play of this opening drive as they're looking at a 3rd and 3. Now it's Burrow.
Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete.
And he is going to have the Bengals first down, and he was able to get it by plenty. A gain of 8 on 3rd and 3.
The Bengals at 2-11 now on the year. And they come in losers of 2 straight, so trying to turn things around here.
And you just mentioned 2 straight, and when you're talking about 2 games, that's nothing to panic about. They feel like they've been a little bit unlucky in the last couple. This is a club that's more than capable of turning things around, and I expect them to play really well here.
A first down run, good for about 3. 2nd and 7 coming up.
Yeah, I don't know if it's exactly a win-win, but if you're on offense, you'll take that kind of a run, all right? It was kind of stacked up, found a little bit of yardage, and frankly, they're pretty close to staying on schedule on offense. The playbook is still open for the coordinator.
Here we go. From the 43, here's 2nd down and 7.
11.
They'll keep it on the ground. It's Watson. And he is out of bounds inside the 35. 23 yards on the pickup there and a first. You were telling me this yesterday. It's exactly what they want to do on the opening drive, establish the ground game.
Yeah, remember our conversation? We were talking about what one of the GMs in the league has told me repeatedly. It's a big man's game, and it's not necessarily size. He's talking about playing some big boy football. Line up, get leverage, knock people back, and establish the run early.
11, empty.
On first down, Watson. And he'll get it down inside the 30 to the 29-yard line. Tackle there by Leighton Vander Esch. Now, look, that wasn't a huge gain, but those are the types of carries I think they were missing in their loss last week. They couldn't get him going on the ground.
Did you get the same feeling I did during our meetings, that they kind of regretted that he didn't touch the ball?
Absolutely.
You know, hey, he should have touched it more last week. They weren't going to make that same mistake, and they've taken care of that early.
On second down now. It's Watson. A pretty nice, strong run, but can't break away. Down just inside the 30. 5 yards on first down, but now just a 1-yard pickup there on second.
He's definitely tough to get down. We just saw it right there. But how about what we did see? Pursuit, wrap up, and then the big finish with the tackle.
Eighth play of this opening drive coming up. This is third down. Here's Burrow. He'll complete this one to Watson. And he'll be stopped well short. Only 2 yards there. 4th and 3.
How about that strategy there, Brandon? Third down. They just said, we've got faith in our tacklers. We'll give you the short stuff, and just decided to protect the sticks. So every time I hear fans telling me tackling's not a part of the game anymore, plays like that, I can clip and save and show them you have to tackle well if you want to be a good defense.
McPherson's kick is good.
And the Bengals are on the board first here. It's 3-0. Even though they didn't find the end zone, they have to be pretty pleased with how they moved the ball on the ground, because we know that that was one of their big goals in this game.
And that really goes through the entire offense, because when you're running the ball effectively, just about everyone's involved. It's not just the guy carrying the football. It's everyone blocking for him, both inside and on the perimeter.
And they'll bring it out to the 25 as Agnew elects for the touchback.
Ready, break! Unlock line! Unlock line!
They begin the drive with Williams. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
You talk about this Bengals defense.
They've certainly had their struggles against the run at the 30th ranked unit out of 32 teams in the NFL.
And the focus now is making sure that they're hitting on all cylinders as they head into the playoffs. And that means they've got to stop the run better, because playoff football often means running football. So they've got to be prepared for that.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. Looking to throw. Foot.
This one swung out to Williams.
And even with that broken tackle, can't get very far. Stopped short of the 30.
I think the best offenses love to get the ball to their running backs in open space, because they have the ability to make people miss, and they also have the ability to run over people. And if you do that throughout the game, after a while, they might just run through some of those tackles and go a long way.
Well, we saw him shed a nice tackle on that play. On third down, here's Williams. Fights through him and bulldozing his way through. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Give him 14 yards there and a Denver first down. That right there, a good sign for a team that's had trouble converting third down so far this year. They're in the bottom 5 in the NFL, but they come through there.
Yeah, and I bet if we put our guy Marvin on the case and say, Marvin, tell us where they rank on third and what, right? I bet they're in the top 5 in the league on 3rd and 5, 3rd and 6, 3rd and 7 or more, because that's how you end up not converting. Just too much yardage to pick up on third down.
Flushed out right.
That's caught. It's Marvin Mims.
And down to the 20 he'll go before heading out of bounds. Boy, he ran free there after the catch as that winds up going for 38.
Oftentimes now, offenses aren't nearly as precise as days gone by. They just tell receivers, find an open patch of grass and let the quarterback find you. And that's exactly what they did on that play. First with the pass through the air, nice chunk of yardage there, and then additional pickup with his legs after the catch.
And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
2nd down and 4. They'll stay on the ground with Williams.
And he'll find his way down right around the 12. And he got half of what he needed there, 2 yards. And it'll bring up a 3rd and 2 more.
But not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped them. Mark that down for a win in the defense's column.
Trying to keep the drive going here. This is play number 7 on 3rd and 2. They'll try and run for it. Here's Williams. And he is into the end zone for a Denver touchdown.
Javonte Williams with his 6th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Broncos have answered that early field goal to take a first-quarter lead. And that caps off what was really a balanced opening drive for them, Charles. They work in the rushing game and the aerial attack, and they end it with a touchdown.
Strong in so many ways, wasn't it, partner? Their ability to throw it and run it and accomplish their goal, they've got to like the way that they started this ball game.
Gano the extra point, and that makes it a 7-3 lead. Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away. And no thought to bring this one out. He'll just go down to a knee, and he'll take over at the 25. The Bengals drive about to get going.
And they are losers of 2 straight coming into this Thursday night game. Is it more difficult, CD, when you take a losing streak into a quick turnaround game like this?
It certainly is, because you don't get time to work on the issues that you've had throughout the season that cause you to have the record that you're having. You can't really get those set. So now you're trying to minimize those and maximize what you've been doing well. And I remember a game recently where one of the assistant coaches said to the head coach, forget our running back rotation. Here we go. This guy has a hot hand, and they rode him to a victory. Those are things you have to look out for in games like this.
11.
They'll run on first down. It's Watson. Brought down, but after we saw a flashy little move, stopped short of the 40.
46 yards rushing for him now in the ball game.
Well, they're making an effort to get the ground game going tonight. So far, it's working.
I like what we're seeing from the offensive line. They seem to have the leverage going, and they're controlling things and reestablishing the line of scrimmage, moving that defensive front backwards. But also like what the runner's giving us, too. It appears that he's been waiting all day long to get out here and take off.
Play action. It's Burrow. And this is caught inside the 5. And on the way in for a Cincinnati score. A great play there. His 6th touchdown of the season.
And the Bengals have regained the lead.
It took them a while to get their speedster involved, but they found him downfield there.
And what we've discovered as we've watched games is the speedster doesn't have to have a lot of catches, doesn't have to have volume in order to have a huge impact on the game. His speed scares the heck out of defenses, and other guys can capitalize, but when you finally hit him and he carries it all the way into the end zone, that's what you're paying him for. That big threat that can make big plays on a limited number of catches.
That's how you step on the stage with your first catch, take it to the house. The kicking team out now for the Bengals as they'll send this one away.
And he'll elect not to run with it. A fair catch will move this out to the 25-yard line. Denver offense at the line, ready to go.
You know, in our research packet this week, prepping for the game, so many articles from the local beat writer about the offensive struggles of this team and what will they do this offseason. What do you think they'll do?
Well, number one, they'll turn to their self-scouting report. And every team that's any good does this. They have outside groups. Check out their team, scout them, and tell you who can play, who can't play, and reasons why. Some of it may just be health. They have to get some guys healthy and back out on the field. But overall, evaluate this squad and make the changes that you need to.
To throw on second down. Foot. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. He's brought down at the 34. Call it a gain of 4. 10-7 our score after 1 right here on EA Sports. Third down and 1. Up the middle, it's Williams. There he goes, right side. And they will finally get to him down at the Bengals' 32-yard line. Well, they only needed a small gain on third down. They end up getting over 30 yards. Only needed 1 yard. He said, I'll get you more than that.
Yeah, yard, piece of cake, right? And if you're a defender, seeing the back of the jersey and being able to read his name, not a good thing. That means you're in chase mode. That didn't go well for them on that snap.
Let's go now.
So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30.
Ready.
And a 5-yard gain as he's down inside the 30 to the 28-yard line.
If you're a coach, you'll absolutely take that run every time on first down because it really sets you up to go in a number of directions here on second.
Ready.
From the 28, it's 2nd and 5.
Ready.
Off play action. Foot. Left sideline, a dive, and it looks like he's got it. And he gets it all the way down inside the 10 and mark him at the 5. 23 yards on the play.
Boy, how about the speed with which this offense can get down the field? It's taken them no time at all to get down here, and now they're set up with a 1st and goal.
They'll try and run. This is Williams. And hit behind the line. He lost the football. It's loose. Oh, and one of the linemen on the other side has got it. Could have been a costly mistake, but as it turns out, they keep possession.
You can't give away these types of opportunities in the red zone. And I'm sure that was flashing through his brain as the ball escaped his hands. Fortunately for him, able to get picked up by his team, fumble recovered. They still have an opportunity deep in the red zone.
Very fortunate to get another shot. Here's 2nd and goal. From the gun, it's a run for Williams. And he'll get this one back to the 5-yard line, but no further than that. This time able to hold on to the football, but not much room to run. 2 straight shots on the ground. Now on 3rd, do you go to the air?
I think the possibility exists, and if you're doing it, you're probably going play action since you ran it twice. But I often think that 2nd down is the time you go play action and throw the ball. I say commit to the run and think about it being 4-down territory.
They'll look to throw on 3rd and goal. That is going to be caught by Sharp. Touchdown, Broncos. A 5-yard touchdown catch. And the Broncos have moved out in front. So a nice touchdown pass for the rookie there. And, you know, as they go down the stretch, look, they're not a play. And now before we get to the extra point, remember all touchdowns do have to be confirmed by the replay official.
So they called it a touchdown originally, and this will stay a touchdown after the video review, so they had it right.
Extra point try good by Gano. And the lead is now 14-10. Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away.
And this will not be returned. It's a touchback, and they'll begin at the 25.
On one, ready?
The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive.
This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown, and their last time out looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated. They both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
Gun.
They'll operate from the 32-yard line here, 2nd and 3.
11 mighty. Stop.
They'll keep it on the ground. Watson. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line.
63 yards rushing for him now as his fine rookie season continues.
Those are the types of run, Charles, that they say this first-year running back can provide a lot more of in the future.
He made it look easy, didn't he? Picking up that first down. Some have described him as a diamond in the rough with a lot of polish, nice little bumping. This guy could be one of the top backs going forward.
Stop.
On first down, it's Watson. Shifts by him. Justin Simmons up from his safety spot to make the tackle.
That's a really good gain right there. They pick up 5 yards halfway to a first down. The only problem now in the huddle, everyone's going to want to touch the football. Be a lot of chattering now because they've seen that they can move the line of scrimmage.
From the 47, it's 2nd and 5.
Here's Burrow setting up to throw it. Short throw to Smith. And he's going to get this one down to the edge of the red zone. A very nice pickup of 33 yards.
Well, partner, that's how you make a long drive suddenly not so long anymore. One big play, and they're already in field goal range with designs on getting more than that.
1-1, ready?
So a big play as it gets them all the way down to the 20 now for 1st and 10. Now a give, right side. It's Watson. And he will be brought down at about the 6-yard line. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another first.
We used to work relentless a lot with guys who are aggressive on the field. In this case, it really fits, doesn't it? How about his ability to break tackles and his feet never stop moving?
Burrow gets this one quickly out wide. And he gets halfway there from the 6 to the 3 on a gain of 3.
The goal of a wide receiver screen is get enough blockers in front to create a wall and let him pick his spot to run the football. How about the defense there, swarming to it and not allowing that to happen? Did not let him get downfield.
And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. They'll go again from the 3 here on 2nd and goal.
Hunt will struggle to get to the line of scrimmage as he'll be tackled back at the 4-yard line.
Officially, it will go as a 1-yard loss, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down.
They have 3 tight ends in that formation. That's almost a universal sign that they're planning to run the football. But how about the defense there? They met force with force and caused a stack up behind the line of scrimmage and threw him for a loss.
They've been denied touchdowns in the red zone twice already. Here comes 3rd and goal. lose yardage here. Now the Broncos are going to call the first of their timeouts, as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next.
So on fourth down, off goes Burrow. On comes Evan McPherson for the Bengal field goal.
This just a 24-yard attempt. Oh, they get to the football. It's blocked.
Partner, I think they saw something there. I mean, they came from the right side deliberately, and you know there's always a designated guy who goes and blocks it, but it's the rest of his teammates that get him free.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And not an abundance of time remains on the clock, Charles, but you would think more than enough to try to extend this lead before intermission.
And when you're talking about extending the lead, I think you're talking about aiming for the end zone, because there is plenty of time for that. The fallback is to get 3. But in your mind, you put 6 on the board right before the half. That's a heck of a dagger and great momentum to carry into the locker room.
Let's go.
Throwing on first down. Foot.
Oh, he had a man running free, but he overshot him, and it's incomplete.
A little bit of finger pointing and heavy discussion going on in the defensive backfield. It's man coverage, but they leave a guy wide open. They've got to be counting their lucky stars if this ball was overthrown.
Here's 2nd and 10.
Crack ball 80. 18, 5 in. Ready.
Now we give up the middle to Williams. And he's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32. Now the Broncos going to use the second of their timeouts, as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half.
Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first.
On 3rd and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air. And that is incomplete.
That could be the stop this defense needed to get them back on track. They've been pretty well dissected by the offense here in the first half. After that possession, now they know that they can compete with this offense.
On 4th down, J.K. Scott ready to punt it away. Back deep is D.J. Chark. And he punted 3 times in the loss last week as he sends this one away. It'll be a net of 40 yards following a punt of 44. And the Bengals will take over here 1st and 10.
Here we go.
The Bengals drive about to get going.
Here we go.
And with them trailing, there is still enough time to try to string a few plays together, maybe get into field goal range.
Now Burrow on 1st down.
Oh, this one incomplete. The pressure got to him as he released it. And it's 2nd down.
Partner, what we're seeing so far as a defense is certainly coordinated. Both levels doing their jobs in tandem. The back helping the front helping the back. The pressure got home on that last play and forced him to try and throw through contact and short of the sticks.
On 1, ready?
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25.
11.
Burrow will throw. It's caught on the right side. It's Smith. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. A Bengal 1st down on the 16-yard pickup there.
I know sometimes we can get fooled when we watch him make catches, as we just saw him do there, because he really looks like a wide receiver the way he goes about his business.
Yeah, 230, 240 range.
Yeah, not super huge. Maybe not counted on to be that inline point-of-attack blocker that we used to have in the good old days, but you can flex him out. You can run wide receiver routes with him. You can make him a primary target, and that's how he'll shred a defense.
Fighting to stay, but now he's swallowed up and taken down. Now the Bengals going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 33 seconds to go in the first half.
Got to give him points for the attempt, but there's just a wave of pressure there. A host of people in the area. Evades a few, but couldn't evade all of them.
Here we go.
And they need to work to at least get some of this yardage back after the sack. 2nd and 19. Burrow looking to pass. That's taken in by Watson. And he's corralled at the 40, but not before picking up 8. The Bengals going to use the second of their timeouts. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime.
Here we go, here we go.
They need 12 here. It's 3rd down.
Stop.
Now Burrow. And this pass broken up. Excellent coverage there on 3rd down, as that was not an easy one to hold on to. On 4th down, Ryan Stonehouse on to punt. And just a single punt for him in the loss last week as he sends this one away. Taken in at the 11. A good return there, 17 yards. And control of the football switching hands with very little time remaining until the half. Denver offense at the line, ready to go. And with time quickly fading here in the 2nd quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
And an anxious moment or two there, but they do get him down. And offensively, they'll take the timeout with 6 seconds left in the 2nd quarter.
Now, this is an example of breaking down a defense, because on a lot of these runs, he's getting past the point of attack, and guess what he's doing? Forcing the secondary guys to have to make a lot of tackles.
On 1st down, Foot. Dancing to his left. And this turns into a nice gain with a slide at the end. So we've hit intermission. It's halftime. This is the NFL, and it's a presentation of EA Sports. Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Broncos with a lead, and they will be receiving this kickoff here as quarter 3 is underway. Now Jamal Agnew from his end zone. And a nice job there on special teams to limit him to inside the 15 as he's dropped at the 14. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. Well, Charles, for them, pretty good first half on the ground. They had some success running the ball in quarters 1 and 2, and they've got the lead. Now a chance to expand upon that lead here with their first drive in the 3rd quarter.
Yeah, and believe it or not, you and I have noticed that this great game of football has shifted towards pass first, run second. So for me, it's really nice to see some of these teams keeping the ground game as a big component of their offense, and it's working pretty well for them now. And let's face it, they can continue to do damage with it. And in addition, it sets up the pass game really well for them, too. Brandon, we just saw the benefits of being able to run the ball successfully. They pick up 4 yards on that carry. So now if you're a play caller, you can do just about anything you want. But on the defensive side of the ball, you're scrambling a little bit. Now you're behind, trying to figure out, do I need to blitz him? Do I need to pressure him? How do I gain an advantage on this snap?
Off the play fake. Foot. And he's taken down. Back at his own 7. There for the sack, B.J. Hill. Chalk that up as their first sack in this game, and they tallied 4 a week ago.
And probably not as much exultation in that sack as what took us so long. Because when you get 4 the previous week, you're counting on continuing that momentum. They didn't get that done in the first half of the game. Let's see now if they start to bring even more exotic pressure towards the quarterback.
Now throwing on 3rd down there, but he cannot connect.
And so many times we look at the opening drive of the third quarter as a tone setter, and many coaches do emphasize it, and that's a strong performance there defensively to force incompletion and, more importantly, force a quick punting situation.
On is the punter Scott here as he gets this one away.
And he'll take it on this side of midfield.
Nice punt, but good work on the return to get back 11 yards.
And the Bengals will take over in terrific field position.
Gun. Got. Mighty.
They'll run on 1st down. Watson. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8. 2nd and 2.
Offensive linemen love creating space for their guys carrying the ball. But when that guy also breaks tackles and creates extra yardage, they almost feel like he's one of them, and they really embrace him.
Burrow now off the bootleg.
Toward the sideline, intercepted. Picked off by L'Jarius Sneed. And the Broncos are going to take possession here as they've got it at their own 4-yard line.
Partner, I think this one went awry very simply because he overestimated his arm strength and his ability to fit it anywhere he wants to. A lot of quarterbacks do that and often pay the price.
Denver offense at the line, ready to go. They take over here following the interception. That's the good news. The tough spot is the spot that they're in. That's in.
And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race.
He's got a full head of steam. Javonte Williams.
And all the way home for a Bronco score.
Javonte Williams
with his 2nd touchdown of the game, number 7 on the year.
And the Broncos are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead.
And that run massively increased his production in this game, and now he's over 100 yards.
And break out your calculator, partner, because his yards per carry went up significantly, right? Big-time jaunt all the way to the end zone.
Gano for the extra point. It's good, and it's 21-10.
Next to score, Broncos 21, Bengals 10.
Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away.
Well, from deep in the end zone, he's going to bring this out.
Unable to corral him. He fights through. Up to midfield. Look at him go inside the 30. He will take this all the way. Touchdown, Bengals.
And as we've talked to special teams coaches, that theme of being aggressive continues to come through, doesn't it? When they moved the kickoff back to the 35, it was going to cut down on the number of opportunities. But if you've got a special guy, you give him the green light no matter where he fields it in the end zone. And in this case, it paid off handsomely.
He fielded it deep in the range of emotions. Maybe like, oh, no, don't. And then all of a sudden you see him break it. And you're like, yeah, way to go.
Yeah, sometimes you have to remind your head coach that he approved the green light for bringing it out from deep in the end zone. And that's exactly why he did.
Burrow and the Bengals offense staying put. They'll go for 2 here.
They'll look to throw. And this one incomplete. So they went for the 2. They don't get it. Tough there. Good pass. Hit the hands. He just couldn't bring it in.
And every receiver's coach everywhere Seeing that play, focus, focus, focus. Watch it all the way in and tuck it away.
So let's try this again. After the kick return TD, here's yet another kickoff.
From his end zone, here comes Agnew. And he had no room to run as he's tackled down inside the 20.
Broncos take over first and 10 at their own 18-yard line.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive.
Well, partner, coaches always say that every play is designed to score a touchdown. Sometimes that's not really true, but last drive, that was the case. One play to get into the end zone, and now they'll try to duplicate that success here.
And it's rare for those moments to happen. Incredible when they do. And you saw the celebration. Pure, unbridled joy after that one.
The opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. Back to throw. Foot. They'll set up the screen. This is Williams.
He's got space past the 25.
And they will finally get him down at the 28.
When you run a screen pass really well, you got to like the look of it because so many parts come together to make it work well. The offensive linemen where they're faking people out, the back slipping out there, catching the football, then all of them going together as one unit downfield. A really nice pickup.
Here comes 3rd and about a foot.
They try the left side here with Williams.
And he's going to have the Broncos first down as he's got this up to about the 34-yard line.
Well, after an interception, last thing you want to do is go 3 and out, give the ball right back. They avoided that.
Yeah, you definitely do not want to do that. I remember in college I played with a really big-time player on defense. We ended up getting an interception as we passed the offense coming out. He told him, if you don't take care of this football, you'll have to answer to me later. You definitely want to take care of it, pick up first downs.
On 1st and 10, Foot. And his throw is incomplete.
I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes. But the best part for him, he's got 2nd and 3rd down to fall back on.
Now it's 2nd and 10.
18 Cardinals. Let's go.
Throwing again. Foot. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And he's got another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Bengals' 41-yard line. A good pickup there, 26 yards.
I'll tell you what, a lot of those mid-range throws have been available because sometimes teams get too concerned about the deep ball and they leave too much space in front of them. And these guys have been taking advantage so far.
So they'll come up in Bengals territory now with a 1st and 10 at the 41. They go back to the ground with Williams. He's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down.
You know what really fires up offensive linemen? When the guy that is carrying the ball behind them can create his own space and break a tackle along the way.
From the 32-yard line now, here's 2nd down and a yard.
Off play action. Foot. Going to throw right side here. Complete. And he's got another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Bengals' 17-yard line. It's a pickup of 15 and a fresh set of downs.
2nd and short, that's a rundown, so it's definitely a good time to go play action if you're feeling it. And they do so and pick up a first down.
So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10.
Pass the 60. Pass the 60. Check. Bobcat. Check. Bobcat.
Looking to throw. Foot. To the end zone, but it's incomplete. An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. They'll hand it off now. Williams. And he'll get 7 yards from the 17 to the 10 before he's taken down.
Looks to me like maybe there's a little attrition setting in with this drive, because when you see that type of a run, I get the feeling the defense getting a little bit tired.
And that's the last thing they need, especially when they look up at the scoreboard.
They'll come up now 3rd and 3. A collegiate star here in the Buckeye State, it's J.K. Dobbins.
And he'll take it into the end zone for a Denver score.
J.K. Dobbins.
A 10-yard touchdown run.
And the Broncos are able to stretch out their lead.
And maybe that's the magic touch right there. They didn't use him at all in the first half, at least running the football. But here they entrust him with some work down in the red zone, and he responds. 1 carry, 1 touchdown.
Gano the extra point, and it gives his guys a 12-point advantage. Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away.
And here comes a return from the middle of the end zone.
Flexing his muscle at the 30.
And good starting field position. He'll get this one off. To about the 35-yard line.
The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive.
And we'll see if they can bounce back from that last drive, in particular, if they can bounce back at the quarterback position, Charles, after throwing their first interception of the ball game.
Yeah, some guys, you know they're going to want to try and get a big play right away and take control back.
Others, they're going to look to hit a couple shorter passes, get a little momentum back that way.
But for the defense, that goal's not changing a bit. They want another pick.
You're exactly right about that. In fact, you've got to watch them a little bit because in coverage, they may cut down their gaps a little bit, maybe their splits a little bit in order to try and get to the ball even faster.
And getting this just shy of midfield, they'll spot it at the 49.
104 yards rushing for him now as he's carried it 13 times.
A big hole there. How about him handling the point of attack? Just positioning himself so that run could go right off of his backside and deep into the secondary.
Here we go. 11, 11, 11, 11.
On first down, it's Watson. And a little spin cycle. Room to run now. He finds some way to turn this into positive yardage as he struggles forward for a pickup of about 2.
Watching that play unfold and watching him complete it brought back memories of doing all those pursuit drills to make sure you don't over-pursue and let a guy get a cutback lane on you. He did that very well.
You praised him on tape yesterday for the angles that he takes to the ball. Took a great angle right there.
Here we go.
This is 2nd and 8.
They're passing here. Joe Burrow.
He finds his receiver, Watson.
And he is out of bounds inside the 35. A Bengal first down on the 16-yard pickup there.
Good yardage on the completion there. When they look at the scoreboard, they do understand a field goal is not going to do them any good. My guess, they're going to press the ball downfield as far as possible, try and throw it into the end zone and get a score because they know they've got to get that done and get the ball back as quickly as possible.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Now it's Burrow. And he slings one that's incomplete.
Nice progress down the field was halted by that incompletion. They could try for some safe yards here to get things moving again, or keep throwing it and pushing it downfield to try and pick up bigger yardage.
Here we go, here we go.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. They'll look to throw.
Got a man open. It's Chase.
Whoa, it still won't go down. And he is out of bounds, but first he gets it inside the 10 to the 7. A good pickup there, 26 yards.
I think that's a big pickup for a first down because when you run a drag route against zone, you're sometimes asking for trouble because you might run into a defender.
Yeah, well, there they ran into a first down, executed it to perfection. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he'll be stopped just outside the 5 at the 6. It's a gain of a yard, and it'll set up 2nd and goal.
The yards may start getting a little tougher to come by down here near the goal line. That's good work defensively there on 1st down, holding them to a short gain.
Here we go, here we go.
They've been in the red zone 3 times in this game and have not scored a single point. Can they break through here on 2nd and goal? On 2nd and goal, they'll give it to him again. And he'll take this into the end zone for Bengal TD. A great effort there with his 2nd touchdown of the night.
And the Bengals have made it a one-score game again here in the 4th. So how about that for an answer? They get the touchdown there, and it's back to a one-score game here in the 4th.
And that's what these guys have done all game long because they've scratched and slashed their way to stay in this game. And by now, we should all realize they're not going away. Now the pressure again swings to their defense because they're going to need to find some way to get the ball back.
Extra point by McPherson, up and good.
And now things get a bit more interesting here in this fourth quarter. A 5-point game now as here comes the kickoff. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25.
Denver offense at the line, ready to go. They've been rolling the last couple of drives, each inning in touchdowns, so this game is flipped. They were down, now they're up with the football. We'll see how they handle it.
Can we get a spy on the headset now between the head coach and offensive coordinator? They've been in attack mode, had to get back into the game. Now they have the lead. Do you stay on the attack, or do you dial it back a little bit to try and protect this lead?
Well, my cop-out answer would be somewhere in the middle. I think it's going to be a fine line, is it not?
I think you're exactly right, but I do think if they can stay aggressive and keep them on their heels, they'll be best served that way.
They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line. And they'll run on the inside handoff. And he powers his way up past the 30. Call it a gain of 5 that time, and they'll be left with a 3rd and about 4.
That's it. That's what you want. Straight ahead positive gain. Just keep that clock ticking.
The offense on 3rd down tonight, they've hit on 6 of their 8 tries. Very good. This is 3rd and 4. Operating from the gun. Foot flush to his right. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete. Critical play in this football game because if they pick up the first there, that clock keeps rolling.
Has to be a little frustrating for them because they know that they pick up a first down there and continue to eat away at the clock. Really increases their chances of closing this one out. Now they're likely going to have to give the football up and sweat it out on the sideline.
On 4th down, the punt team is on as this is sent away. So a change of possession here on the punt. And the Bengals take over 1st and 10.
At their own 19-yard line.
The Bengals drive about to get going. Their defense accomplished step 1 of the mission. They forced the punt. Now they'll look to erase that deficit and take a 4th quarter lead. And he is brought down at the 22 after a gain of 2, and it brings up 2nd down.
Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly, and that was because the defensive front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, held their spot, and stacked him up.
Here we go.
2nd down and 8.
Here we go.
He'll look to throw. But in the end, the pressure too great, and he goes down. So that'll leave Burrow and the Bengals with a 3rd and long after that sack we just saw. Oh, he fakes a spike. Give him 8 yards that time on the scramble, and now 4th down.
I thought he did a pretty good job there to get back what he could, but let's face it, that sack on 2nd down, talk about throwing a wrench into the works. It certainly did.
Yeah, he did everything he could there trying to pick up some positive yardage, and he did, but not enough. On is the punt team now as this one's sent away. Call that a 44-yard punt, 5 on the return. And the Broncos take over 1st down and 10.
1
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. Right now clinging to a one-score lead, Charles, and I think operating within that 4-minute offense with a little less than 4 minutes to go applies here, right?
It certainly does, and that means the playbook is still wide open. But you are a little bit more careful about what you're calling. You want plays that are going to gain yardage, how would you say it, consistently, right? You don't need the big shots downfield, but make sure the clock continues to run. Pile up the first downs. And the goal, end the game with your quarterback kneeling down at the end, and you still have the lead.
And 2nd and 10, he'll look to throw again. Escaping the pressure right. And he goes out right around the 39. He'll end up getting 5 out of that, but now they're looking at 3rd down.
While you admire anyone trying to pick up an additional couple of yards, they're just not worth it when you take shots like that. Quarterbacks have to stay in the game and stay on the field.
One of the bigger plays in the game thus far, and the crowd getting into it as we come up on a big 3rd down. Back to throw. Foot. That is caught. And they're well past midfield, just a yard or two shy of the 40. That good for 19 yards as they pick up the conversion on 3rd.
And that certainly appears to be a critical conversion right there, because not only do they keep the drive going, they take valuable time off the clock as well. They have to feel really good about that last completion.
Now a play fake here on 1st down. Over the middle, it's complete. And he's taken down inside the 30. Another strong gain on the last 2 plays. They've moved it a combined 33 yards.
And these guys certainly are not hiding what their intention is. They're absolutely showing it. They're definitely not going to sit on this lead here in the 4th quarter.
They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground to about the 26 here. Now, the objective there, I mean, yes, the positive gain, that's nice, but work some clock.
Yeah, you're exactly right, but the problem for them is still within a possession, so they can't just sit on it running the ball. They'll have to find a way to throw it effectively as well.
4th quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a 1-score game. This, in all probability, another run here on 2nd and 8. Here's a give to Dobbins running right. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember, the last drive, they went 3 and out.
And not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. The busy night continues for Williams. And for one of the first times tonight, he's going to be held up at the line of scrimmage. Now the Bengals going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play.
Get it!
He's going to get it again. Just looking to get forward and protect the ball. And he is into the end zone for a Denver touchdown. Javonte Williams
A 16-yard touchdown run.
And the Broncos look like they're going to get back in the win column as they extend their lead here in this fourth quarter.
You get in a second and long situation down here in the red zone. I'd say most defensive coaches would think pass. Let's bring some pressure. So this is kind of a tendency breaker here to hit him with something on the ground, and he'll take it all the way into the end zone.
Extra point try good by Gano, and it gives his guys a 12-point advantage. Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away.
And this is going to be returned from the middle of the end zone.
Now on the return, oh no, the ball is loose.
Oh, one of the linebackers has got it.
So a teammate picking him up there, that was nearly disaster.
And the way that you coach these things, you want to make sure you have eyes towards the return guy because you want to make sure that the catch is secured. A lot of teams do that. They have at least one guy. Okay, you're responsible for making sure he secures the catch. He's not always the one that makes the recovery, but he can always sound out the alarm. Hey, ball's on the ground. We've got to get it back.
The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive.
These guys definitely hoping for a better showing than their last appearance. They couldn't really even move the football much beyond the shadows of their own goalpost, Charles. We'll see if they can get a better, more sustained drive going here.
Yeah, and every team that we ever talk to says the exact same thing. When you start a drive from that deep in your own territory, the goal is a minimum of at least 2 first downs, because even if you have to punt then, you change the field position, right? You flip the field a little bit. They didn't get that done. This time they want to string together a nice drive and help themselves out.
Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And some space here.
Through the middle of the field.
And a terrific return as he brings this one all the way back to the 30.
But with the points that we've seen scored, neither defense has been at their best, but these guys have been a little bit better, Charles, and a nice interception there.
Yeah, you're right about that, Brandon. Let's face it. It's not always how you start, it's how you finish, right? So maybe you have a rough game all the way along, but if you make a big play like that at the right time, it can make everything turn out just okay.
We've got to have 2 hands on the football here as they run on first down.
Now the Bengals going to signal for their 3rd and final timeout as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play.
I like it. I like the call. Still an opportunity to run the football and chew up a little more time off the clock.
The win for the Broncos seemingly assured. They go down to a knee.
Ready?
Down to a knee one more time, and that should just about do it. And that knee will do it. So they snap the losing streak. Always a good feeling.
Yeah, I don't know if this one right here, when they're taking a knee, is as much exultation as exhalation, right? They just breathe a sigh of relief. Finally got a win, needed one desperately.
Well, this was a very close ball game at halftime, Charles, but in the second half, that offense kind of kicked things into another gear, and they were able to pull away for the victory.
And, Brandon, I think they're the type of team that just looked in the mirror and said, hey, ton of pressure on, but we're the type of team that can flat out handle it. They stood up with confidence, and made it happen for a victory.
So for Denver,
their battle to finish above 500 gets a slight lift as they move to 6-8 on the year.
and they'll get a few days to savor this one before they take on the Jacksonville Jaguars. Meanwhile, for the Bengals, the season is really nosediving now as they fall to 2-12, and they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week.